My name is Irina Odale Lamte. You can also call me Na Koshi. Actually, most usually go by Na Odale Koshi Adoma. That's also my Facebook name. Today on this episode, we are going to talk about me. Basically, I introduce myself to you, and I also tell you what I plan to do with my YouTube channel. So about me, I recently turned 29. I'm a trained chemical engineer. I love to travel. I love to have fun. I love food. I think anybody who knows me knows I love food. I have wonderful family and friends. And in a nutshell, I would say I'm self-aware. I question my life a lot. I'm intentional about my journey. I'm intentional about the people that are around me. I'm very aware of my mental health and then my general state of being. The thing is, I'm trying to keep this video short, so I'll leave some of these introduction things out, and then I'll have you ask me in the comment section, and then I'll reply. So just go to the comment section, type in your questions, and then I'll reply. But in the summary, I consider myself very beautiful, smart, knowledgeable, and then yeah, almost an alpha female, but people don't like that so much, so we'll keep that out of it. So yeah, about my YouTube channel, what I want to do with my YouTube channel. So it's going to be a weekly vlog. I'll talk about myself in the general sense of things, but then also for the start, my focus is going to be generally on psychology, awareness, behavioral patterns, childhood traumas and their effects, among other things. So yeah, you should like my channel and then subscribe for the weekly content. Yes, so let's just go into psychology, because that's what I'll be discussing in the next few episodes, how I got into it. So I remember in 2006, I got my first experience with a traumatic psychological issue. I don't know how to put it. Yes, but someone very close to me was diagnosed of schizophrenia. By then, 2006, it was just between the break of BEC and then go to secondary school. And then after that, we didn't talk about it. It was never discussed. And then after that, there was another situation. Another person close to me got diagnosed with psychotic depression. Same thing, dealt with it, managed it, and then a couple of years after, there was another friend, very close, that was also diagnosed of manic depression disorder, mostly known as bipolar disorder. I'm told that name is not used anymore, but yeah. So that is how, basically, that is my way into this, my way into psychology and everything, mental health issues, because it was something that was close to me. It had deeply affected me, even though it did not infect me. And then for many years, I had fears, okay? If these people that I know, they were so normal, like performing daily functions and were very steady, and then the next day, they had this. Well, that was very scary. So then I would ask myself, what if this happens to me? Would this happen to me? And then I also started building barriers. I remember one of these situations had something to do with relationship issues, okay? So I also basically adopted a mentality: don't stress yourself in relationships. If it stresses you, you bounce. And that is how for many years I was not able to maintain a real romantic relationship, because yes, you stress me, I bounce. Yeah, it was very unhealthy, because if there are situations everywhere, and if your method of dealing with issues is to run away from it, then you can see that there's a real problem here. Yes, so all of these things were things I carried on. I would shut out people from my life, like basically when I feel a little sense of betrayal, you get a barrier, you get a block, and then you can't get through. And then this happened for many years until 2017. 2017, I talk about this and then it brings a lot of joy to me, because I met two of the most amazing people, doctors of psychology, and then they gave me a safe space to talk about my life, that for the first time I could unpack the things that had happened to me. I could talk about my traumas without judgment. I had the chance to express myself. There were so many things that at the time I had tried to normalize, consider it as part of everybody's life. And then I realized, oh, okay, these are not normal childhood experiences. I realized for the first time that I did not have any childhood memories. All my childhood memories were created around photos, and there was nothing real and tangible. I realized that I had buried a lot of things and a lot of issues that were there. And then one of the things that was most prominent was the fact that until then, in 2017, things that had happened decades past, nobody would talk about it. I didn't have any help. Nobody would, people don't even want to talk about it, even in casual conversations. If I go to a family member and then maybe a traumatic situation and I bring it up, you get shut down like very, very quickly. So that is one of the things that is a problem. And this is why I'm creating this series, so that I would be able to talk about the things that are there that nobody else wants to talk about. At least put a face to it. You know that if you are going through something like that, you see me, you know it is real. That you are not the only person. And then also you open up. Because if you bury these things with you, they'll take you to places you do not want to go. So yes, that is the purpose of this series. This series is going to be on traumas, childhood traumas, personality disorders, like every other thing that I relate with, because this is my story. Basically, that is what it is. This is my story, and I'm sharing it with you. And hopefully, you will learn something from it, or it will bring an awareness to somebody. And yes, that is basically it. And it's a weekly vlog to be posted every Wednesday. So like and subscribe, and then yeah, I'll see you next week.